Are running with the runners. It's Tuesday, September 12th, 2023. We are going to keep bringing you guys knowledge and education, how to become financially free using smart finance. As always, I got my good brother here, Ricardo Hamilton, aka M.I.M.S. Make it make sense. We just got off a fire Zoom, brother. Fire
Yep.
Zoom, delivering so much value. I'm pumped up and excited to talk about how people can eliminate their debt tonight. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting. A lot of value, and this. I've had so many people already call me and say this is actually what I needed.
Yep.
And they had some ideas about how to get it done, and they had some ways they were going to do it. They just haven't done it yet, but they were like, it's time now. It's
Yep.
time for me to actually go ahead and do it. If you guys saw the other night, we talked about the credit side of this smart finance system that we're showing people. Now we're going to get into the debt elimination, side of it. And if you want to increase your passive income, you got to increase your passive impact in people's lives. And when you're solving a challenge, if you're solving something in people's lives, and a lot of people have this challenge, you're putting yourself in position to change and grow your life as well. So I'm excited about this because this is something that a lot of people need, especially in this economy that we're in right now. And when we list the statistics of record high credit card debt, record high personal debt, household debt. I mean, the economy is bad shape, which means the people are in bad shape. And so when you can provide solutions to help them get in a better position, so they can weather the storm that's to come and be able to profit because they have now more freed up income to be able to invest in secure assets, that's the road that we're taking you down.
No, absolutely love it. And let's start off tonight, guys. Again, last night, we covered credit. Okay, how to improve your credit, how to automate it, how to use AI. And we had an awesome infographic video. So I found another one. This isn't consumer debt. I want to find one of those, but I did find one that will kind of just give a good visual of how much debt there is in the world and why this is a huge problem right now.
The empire begins to decline.
1 second. Let me get this set up here. All right, here we go.
The empire begins to decline. The decline. The decline comes from internal economic weakness together with internal fighting or costly external fighting or both. Typically, the decline comes gradually and then...
Okay, so this is U.S. public debt per capita. The sources are the U.S. Treasury, U.S. Census Bureau. Okay, so we see, from 1929 to 1943, that's kind of like, the Great Depression. Okay, and then we have World War II. All right, and then after World War II, things start to get better, right? America is the #1 country in the world. Now, Ricardo, what happens in 1972?
Yeah, the dollar went off the gold standard. The money became fiat currency. We no longer have money. We now have fiat currency, a liability, and this is why we have the problems that we have today. And normally with charts like this, this is good to see it go down. You want public debt to go down. Well, we're about to see what happens after that time, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, get ready to blast off, kids. So, we had some negative things in the history, the Great Depression, World War II. We had to spend lots of money. Then we have the golden age, the baby boomers, the 1950s, the 1960s. And then we went to fiat money and we take it off the gold standard. So let's see what happens.
And very suddenly. When debts become very large and there is an economic downturn and the empire can no longer borrow the money necessary to repay its debts, the financial bubble bursts. This creates great domestic hardships and forces the country to choose between defaulting on its debts or printing a lot of new money. It always chooses to print a lot of new money.
Oh, yeah.
At first gradually, and eventually massively. That devalues the currency and raises inflation. For the Dutch, this was the financial crisis brought about by financial excesses
All right. So that is why we need
Wow.
smart finance. Mims, anything you want to
Yeah.
add to that?
Yeah, they say pictures are worth a thousand words, and you just make a face, and just that face from looking at that was just
Excesses.
disgusting. It said so much. Um, that represents the quality of lifestyle declining. That represents insecurity. That represents a lot of the problems that we're seeing now in people's households and in this country. I mean that was scary. I mean the way that thing just accelerated straight up, and it's getting worse, and it's not coming back down. This is why we're in a reset. This is why we're telling people they're resetting the system, and I mean, that was horrible. But obviously, like I talked about, we're in, all-time highs in debt right now. And so this is why it's critical, to help people restructure and get out of debt and put them in a more strategic and peace of mind type of position in their finances. Um, this is a problem. It's definitely a problem.
To say the least. What
Yeah.
struck me crazy is, bro, most of this started from 2012. We're not talking about ancient history. We're talking about the last 10
Yeah.
years
Yeah. That's a
this
good point.
happened.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
and
right.
it just skyrocketed. Yeah,
Well,
it just
luckily,
skyrocketed in the
guys,
last 10 years. Yeah,
luckily we have the solution with smart finance. And actually,
yeah, we're
this is
gonna
a
help a lot of
brand new
people.
product.
Yeah,
There's actually 2 or 3 more things we need to add onto this slide, but it's so new and hasn't even been released yet, but it's just going to keep getting better. So, tonight we're going to talk about debt. Okay? Debt Pro. We talked about credit the other night. So, let me switch up this slide and get to the debt. All right, here we go. So, Debt Pro is absolutely amazing because most people are struggling to pay their bills. They have debt on cars, loans, schools, credit cards, whatever it is, right? So here's the challenge: 80% of Americans have consumer debt. 1/3 of adults' income goes to paying debt. Think about that. 1/3 of our income goes to pay debt. So basically, 33 cents on every dollar is going to pay your debt. Average American debt balance is $225,000, and over 50% of people have less than $500 in savings. The average American will pay over $130,000 in interest and fees over their lifetime. To me, that actually seems low. I thought it would be much higher. 14 million Americans have over $10,000 in credit card debt. 45 million people have student loan debt. And here's the sad part, guys. Even the baby boomers who lived during that good time, 75% of them are going to go into their golden years of retirement strapped with debt and often having to work until the age of 80. We should not allow this to happen, right? People have worked hard, right? There's no reason once a person gets to a certain age, they should have to continue to work just to survive. It's just sad. And, we see the impact of debt everywhere, whether it's the stress, the anxiety, the medical issues, not being able to pay healthcare bills. It's actually the leading cause of divorce is money issues, which leads to then, the children and the kids suffering and going through, a broken home. They're getting less contribution for retirement. It affects their ability to buy a home. Then they have to rent something to pay more. They're not able to save for emergencies. They're not able to qualify for credit. It increases or decreases your credit score, which we talked about yesterday, which means you end up paying more for cars, which just means it's just a cycle, guys, right? It's the rat on the wheel, the rat race. This is exactly why the system is designed as it is. and it just keeps you from reaching your financial goals. And it just takes years to pay off. People feel like lost, like they have no one to help them. They have no support. They just feel alone. They're ashamed of it. They don't even like to talk about money, which I think is one of the worst places you can be in. So that's why you want to surround yourself with a network of people who like to talk about money, who want to talk about investing, who want to help more people. So here's the solution, guys. And I used to follow Dave Ramsey, probably one of the worst things I have ever done financially. God bless him. I'm sure he's helped many people, but I don't think many people can eat beans and rice for 5 years and do what he talks about. Okay. It's not practical. It's not logical. It's not feasible, right? What we have here with Smart Finance is two powerful strategies. We have the debt elimination software. This is a proprietary software with special algorithms that make sure you're saving every penny and canceling as much interest as possible. So you have the automated side where you can track and see visually, have goals. How quickly can I get out of this? What's the best way to do it? Then you have the support of the debt resolution services. And those are designed for people who have an excessive debt of over $7,000 and need assistance negotiating their debt, managing their finances, and increasing their cash flow. So again, we have you covered. You're not going to do this alone. Okay. You are going to have a team, whether it's the automation and the software or the people from the debt revolution services. So the debt elimination software allows you to manage your money by having a financial roadmap. And you guys can see here, it has the debt payoff progress, the saving progress, the total allocation of where your money is going, and then the emergency savings goal. And guys, I'll be honest with you. When I got out of debt about 10 years ago, I created my own. I had a big poster board and it had a thermometer on that. And I would track my debt every week. I would go in and, erase it off with a marker. Most people don't have that discipline to do it. And so that's why I got excited when I saw this, because I'm like, this is what I had to do myself. I had to have the discipline to do this. And now we can automate it for you and give you guys strategic planning to make it happen. So how to calculate and pay off all your debts in a third of the time. Compare all your payoff options, right? Pick the plan for you that saves the most time and money, because they're going to identify, the bills and the debt you want to pay off first. That's going to have the biggest impact, where it has the most interest, the highest interest rates. And again, you have to see something before it can happen. You have to think it, you have to say it, you have to believe it, and then you have to take action. And that's what Smart Finance allows us to do. So when they're tracking those results, you stay on course because you see that you're making progress, you're going somewhere, and you have that support to actually help you. So the features that are included with this, okay? And again, remember, there's 8 other things. This is just one of them. The debt elimination, how to pay off your home in just a few years, a budgeting app to track your bills and savings, credit utilization, how to consolidate your debt, how to get financial freedom and have a date on it. That's what's huge, guys, right? I talk about this all the time with mindset. You can't say, I will, I hope, I wish. You have to know it's already been done. It will already happen at this time. How to get your emergency savings. And here's what I love, Ricardo, right? Is once you input this, they're going to text or call you when your bills are due. Wow. I've never had that happen. I've never had a car place or a credit card company call me, yo, Mike, if you don't pay us money tomorrow, you're going to get hit with a late charge and an interest fee. That's what this service does for you.
Yeah, no, I love that. It comes down to accountability. Imagine getting that text as well from your trainer, the days where you don't see him and he's telling you, hey, it's time for you to go to the gym. You got somebody on your back, accountability, say, hey, because you know the end goal that you want. You know what I mean? And so you just need a system in place. You need mechanisms in place you need support to be able to help you get there, because it's bigger than just the ideology or the idea. And it sounds good that I want to do this and I hope on doing this. But the problem is most people lack discipline. Most people don't have
Yep.
systems. Most people don't have the tools. They don't have the network. And so this is why, smart finance is here. And it's exciting to be able to bring something of value that's using, the state of the art technology. What I'm saying, when we're talking about AI and utilizing strategies and systems that work and that have proven results. And it's timely because like I talked about, people have been building wealth and assets and getting into crypto. But once again, if your financial situation is not solid, where you haven't increased your credit score, you have that leverage with debt, if you haven't reduced your debt, and got rid of debt, when shocks happen to the economy, which ultimately affects your personal economy, okay, then you're put in a tough position to where you're going to start having to put yourself to liquidate your assets. You're going to start having to sell some gold and silver or sell some crypto. And these are the assets that you were planning on holding over time to secure your wealth and grow your wealth and put you in a better financial position. So this is why it's so important that, people start to utilize these services now. I know you thought about it. I know you heard about it, but now you have this system with smart finance and state-of-the-art technology, AI, and the proven results that they have to actually get it done. Okay, because we are going to experience, more debt in this collapse in this system, and you don't want to be straddled with debt. You don't want to have, be in a worse financial position than you are now, just because you didn't take advantage of solutions and systems that were available and presented to you. So this is why we're bringing this to the community, letting people know smart finance is here so they can weather, the storm that's come and be able to put themselves in a better position to maintain their standard of living while they're accumulating assets and waiting for that to grow.
Yeah, that is so key, is having a plan and a strategy. So this debt resolution team is where it's at, guys. I've helped dozens of people on our team and the runners. I've spent time with them. I've talked with them. I've gone through their budget. We've made plans. We've made goals. Some of them have been successful, but the fact of the matter is, I just don't have time to try to help everyone on our team. Right? That's not, my forte. I know about it. I'm knowledgeable, but I want to find systems where people can get professionals. So you can speak with a certified debt resolution expert to create your personalized debt plan. And that is included with the membership, 100% free consultation. So, how to stop the interest charges, shorten the payment, minimize your monthly payments, reduce your overall debt, right? Show you how to increase your monthly cash flow by cutting your monthly payments of up to 50% or more. So they're going to show you a roadmap to be debt free in 12 to 48 months. And the average is actually 36 months or 3 years. Again, obviously everyone's, situation is going to be different. So Ricardo, this is what I love, is the value here and how this is going to help so many people get to financial freedom.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, people have the money. You have the money. It's just that you don't have a system. You don't have a strategy and a way to reduce what you're paying out, your expenses, the debt. And once you get that restructured and pay that down, you're freeing up more capital that you can deploy. You're freeing up more capital, which gives you peace of mind and financial security. You're freeing up more capital for you to be able to acquire more assets and invest, because understand, this is an opportunity. We are in a crisis, right? But it's an opportunity for those who are accumulating the right assets. So maybe you don't have a lot of cash right now, it's because you're putting a lot out in debt. You're putting a lot out in, because your financial situation and your credit, we talked about in the credit stream, where obviously based on your credit score, you're paying more, okay, for your home or for your car or just for your loan and whatever it is, because your credit ain't right? Get your credit right. So we're talking about freeing up capital, right? So when you do have a shock in the economy, you'll have more capital, but also for you want to be able to acquire more assets and invest, you'll be able to do that. But it's critical that you do that, ASAP, so you're not weighed down by that as the shift, continues to take place and interest rates continue to rise and everything else.
So the types of debt you can get rid of private loans, business loans, private student loans, medical bills, credit cards, department store cards, timeshares. Ricardo, my parents paid, I think, 7 grand to get out of a
Mm.
timeshare.
Wow.
Guys, don't ever buy a timeshare. Okay, that's worth the price of admission tonight. Literally, people pay money to get out of timeshares.
Mm.
So don't fall for the free Disney World tickets and a breakfast, right?
All right.
Signature loans, federal student loans, tax relief assistance, judgments, arbitration, and bankruptcies. So pretty much anything, we got you guys covered when it comes to smart finance. So the debt resolution team services, right? The validation is extremely effective. It puts the burden of proof on the creditors because of the CARD Act and the CCPA. And this is, again, all of these debts, right, are private for-profit companies most of the time. So there's laws they have to follow. And I'm going to give you guys a little clue. Most of the time, they don't follow them, right? When they're calling you multiple times a day or trying to hassle you, most of the time, you can own them dead to rights, right?
Mm.
You can be like, they'll tell you like they have violated this. Here's what you do. So if you are in that situation, they can end that and make sure these people are not bothering you.
Yeah.
The debt assumption is a proprietary program. It is a debt relief program that assumes the client's debt on behalf of the client and then renegotiates the terms of contract. So you don't have to worry about that. Because if you try to do it, what are they going to do? They're going to bully you, right? They're going to threaten you, and then you're going to get scared and freak out and have all this stress and anxiety. The debt resolution team is here to take that off your shoulders and put it on them because they are the professionals who know what they're doing. They'll help you settle debts, for usually pennies on the dollar. And the arbitration is where they'll dispute people in business to settle out of court rapidly and economically. Because once your debt is sold, they know they're only going to get a few pennies on the dollar. That's why they try to hassle you. They try to threaten you because they know you don't have that knowledge and that support unless you have smart finance. Then the debt resolution team can take care of this for you and even give you federal tax relief, right? They will reach out to the IRS, complete a full tax investigation, and report back with the options that are available to you. So, Mims, so many people need this right now. Your thoughts, again, on how much value is here to help people get financially free.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know, and you won't know unless somebody tells you. And so there are laws and rules and codes that have been upgraded to protect the consumer. But it's just like when we talk about the W-4. If you work in a job and you haven't adjusted your W-4 every year because you weren't aware of some of the benefits or the changes in the rule books, right? This is why you want to have services like this, because the lawyers, the team, the system is automating this for you and making sure that everything that's afforded to you is being applied. But if you're doing everything on your own right now, you probably are not sure about the type of acts that have been passed or changes in the regulations or the code that was in your favor that you could be applying right now to give you more peace of mind, right? To kind of eliminate the adverse risk and exposure you have, by the implementation of these new changes. So that's why I get excited when you use services like this. They know the updated laws, they know the updated codes, they know the changes, they know the things that have been put in place for you as a consumer, as a protections. But if you don't study the laws, you don't read the changes all the time, you don't know, nobody's telling you this. Somebody tells you, you don't know. So it's fine that you don't know, as long as you know where to go to get the answers, or as long as you have a system in place that does know, that's going to be able to protect you. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's so important that it's like getting a checkup. Everybody need a checkup. Everybody need a health checkup. Well, you need a financial checkup. Okay. You need to run through this process. And even if you already have a system in place, just to make sure, there's nothing wrong with a second opinion. You know what I mean? So when we talk about the debt elimination, you just want to see what's being offered. Is there a better way? Is there more solutions? And that's why we're talking about state-of-the-art technology, where they're now incorporating AI, and then they have these proven results, and these experts and professionals. You might get a better situation over here with Smart Choice than what you were using before. So this is why, this is a powerful service. This is why we brought this to the community, because literally, like I said, I've been on the phone with people who said, yo, actually, I needed this, my credit or whatever, or, I'm saying, I do have some debts, and I've been thinking about doing something with it. I was going to do this, but I was going to, they haven't done it. And they're like, you know what?
Yep.
Now that y'all guys got something on the platform I'm ready. Let me go through it. And that's, it's here. It's here for a reason. It's the time.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like people have been reaching out today saying, Mike, this is exactly what I need. I've been struggling with this. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And people just get scared. And I've been there. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You don't know who to trust. That's why I love what Smart Finance is going to be able to do for our community. But let's talk about some real results here, guys. Okay. Let's look at the validation case number one. We have Erica. She has a debt amount of $48,000. She has a monthly payment of $8,000 just going to pay debt. That's probably what she earns in a week. So 25% of her, income is going to pay debt. Now, using Debt Pro, her new contract amount is only $21,000 and her new payment is $370, freeing up a monthly cash flow of $682. That is life-changing. That gives her, air to breathe, room to grow, money to invest, right? Money to start a business or save more or just be more comfortable and not have to stress out all the time. Case number two, we have Hazel, who has $57,000 in unsecured debt. Her monthly payment obligation is $1,700. I mean, wow. That's like a mortgage payment, which it's kind of a low mortgage payment in this environment. But they were able to negotiate her new contract to only $25,000. And her monthly payment fell to $534. From $1,700 to $534. That's a monthly cash flow of $1,177. That is life-changing, guys. That's what we want to see happen with everyone in our community, to be able to reduce your debt, reduce your monthly payments, and increase your cash flow so that you can live a better life and start to get ahead and get out of the rat race. And you can see here the student loan savings, right? The debt amount, 220 grand. The old payment was 1,500. The new payment, holy cow, Ricardo, $50.
Yeah, it's huge, right?
They took them from 1,500 to $50.
It's huge.
Monthly savings of $1,450.
Wow.
Listen, if you forget about Joe Biden for giving student loans. He didn't fulfill that promise. If you got student loans, you better hit them up. 81,000 total debt, old payment 500, new payment 157, monthly savings 342, debt amount 101,000, old payment 521, new payment $29, monthly savings of 491. So, M.I.M.S, that's the last slide. I want you to kind of give us a summary here, and then I'll pull up the last slide to show them how affordable this is and how, the amount of money you're saving here, the value you're getting. I don't see how anyone can say no to this who is struggling with their finances.
Yeah. I mean, only the value of this. We share with you the value of this, but it has a different resonance to you than it would have with us, because your financial situation is not our financial situation. It will have a different effect for you than to us, because you know where your family is, where your loved ones are, where your relatives are, where your friends are, right? And so this is why this is so powerful when we start talking about the power of word of mouth, us being able to share real value, that is creating a real passive impact in people's lives, right? And being rewarded for that in the same process. So, there's a lot going on. A lot of people need this help and assistance. And, when Mike shows you the slide on how affordable this is why we got so excited about this. This was mind blowing. It's like, this is like, are you telling me all of these services and they do this, and this, and these are the results for this, and that, and they're using technology and state of the art, and they're using AI and everything of this nature, and this is the price point, and at no contract, it's next level. We'll get into that, but that was just what we just showed you was literally just one of the services that's inside of the smart finance product. Okay, so that was debt elimination. The other night we did the credit portion. That's part. The next night we're going to show you another portion of what's inside of this smart finance package, and kind of give you some more details. But just that alone, literally the price point we're about to show you for the whole package could be literally just for the debt elimination based on what I just saw just now.
Yep.
Okay, let alone everything else that's in there. So that's why this is so powerful. I got really excited when I saw the smart finance, what they were offering, and the opportunity that we had to bring it to the community and help people get rewarded at the same time for helping the people who they know, love, and care for.
All right, here we go, brother. I'm working on getting a new soundboard and fixing it, but I'm just gonna do a drum roll. You ready for this? $59.99 a month for
That's
everything. Crazy. We're talking about the Credit Pro and the Debt Pro. We've done 2 lives on those 2. We haven't even talked about the Tax Pro,
right?
Or the Health Pro, or the Save Pro, and then there's 2 other ones with the legal aspect,
Biz Pro,
and then also the identity theft.
Yeah.
All of these, just to be clear, Ricardo, have we made it clear? All of these are included for $59.99 a month with no contract, cancel anytime, but you never will because you're going to be in a better financial situation.
Yeah, I know this is huge. $60 and all of that value. I mean, I don't know how somebody doesn't take advantage. Okay. The value here versus what you're paying is you can't even compare it. Like I said, the $59.99 a month, right? That sounds like, I would pay that just for one of the services, whether we talked about Credit Pro or whether we talked about Debt Pro, right? And we talk about, just for one, but let alone you're getting all of that, right? So, I don't feel like I gotta hype that up. Like that's a no-brainer. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. Especially like I said, your financial situation. I don't. So the value to this probably is hitting you more than it. I'm just getting excited about the value to offer it to folks, right? Your loved ones or, people who are in debt and have, need some help restructuring or, have these, because you talk to them. You in their ear, they're in your ear. Y'all have heart to hearts. The school they went to, their situation probably better than they do. But, God worked through people. People don't know what they don't know, right? So a service like this is just next level. I know there's so many people who need it. That's why I get excited. It's solving a big problem, major problem that's going on in people's lives financially right now. And at that price point, and people being able to actually utilize those services and verify for themselves and see the value that's there, it's a no-brainer.
And again, guys, like, I get it. People are struggling, but you got to think about this. I mean, this is more affordable than a steak dinner at Outback, or as Ricardo would say, a bad date. Yeah. You go and get some entrees for $20. Yeah. Well, of course, but you get a beverage, you're over $60 a month. So cut out one meal going out a month and get your finances in order. The credit, the debt, the health, the savings, the legal, everything is here. And we're just going to keep bringing you guys value, keep explaining more. And if you guys want to know how to get started with this, look down below in the description on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or wherever you're watching, and get inside the Runners app. Okay. We have more videos in there if you want more information. You can, find the links to join and get started with us. But we're going to be, again, guys, this is like day 3 of us launching this company. We started Sunday. It's Tuesday. So we're going to continue to add value. We're going to continue to explain this. We're going to continue to help more people become financially free.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, folks. So everything that we just went over for debt elimination, we're putting this video inside the Runners app as well. The credit we did inside the Runners app as well. We did a private Zoom today, going over the other benefits of this ecosystem that we're utilizing as well. It's inside the Runners app. We put in systems together, and there's a lot more value than we're going over in this stream. This particular stream was about debt elimination, but you definitely want to get inside the Runners app. Get back to the person who invited you and share this information with you. But this is real value. This is real life changing for people. And once again, it's about projecting forward. Where do you see the economy in the next 6 months? Where do you see the economy in the next 12 months? Where do you see your economy? What plans, what systems, what strategy, what resources are you using to make sure in the next 6 to 12 months that your financial situation is more secure, that you have better peace of mind, that your quality of living, what I'm saying, is greater in the future than what it is today? It just comes down to the knowing and the application of services. You can know the knowledge, but if you don't apply it, it's no good to you. So you can know about this service, but if you don't apply it, it's no good to you. So we bought this here because we felt that it was great value for the community. And we're getting a positive feedback that this is what people have been looking for, and they agree that this is what themselves and their family need. So take advantage. Something like this at that price point, it's a no-brainer.
And I want to answer Garen directly. He says, so I'm trying to make sure I understand this correctly. I can take any of my debt that I have in your program, pay $60 a month, and save on my monthly payments. Yes. So what you would do is get Smart Finance for $60 a month. You're gonna upload your debt, your budget, whatever it is, into the Smart Finance Debt Pro, and then you're gonna schedule your free consultation, and they're gonna kind of lay it all out for you. They're gonna give you the roadmap, right? Of here, let's focus on this debt first to bring it down. They're gonna look at your income, and you're gonna have a real game plan and strategy to tackle this debt rather than being alone or not knowing what to do or just, again, guys, I love YouTube, but most people believe they can just go to YouTube and find out all the answers. But the problem is you get distracted. You listen to this person, then you listen to that person. There's no plan. There's no strategy. It's, most of the stuff on social media is fake, to be honest with you guys. Okay. Does it kind of work? Maybe, but there's no plan. There's no strategy. They're just trying to get your attention, watch their videos or whatever. So yes, Garen, that is what the Smart Finance system does.
Yep. So they have the advanced AI technology incorporated with it. They're up to date on all the available resources, systems, changes in the code, changes in the rules and regulations that apply to you. Yes, restructuring, lowering payments, going to bat for you to put you in a better financial position, and setting a date for you. Debt elimination date based off of the information that you gave them and the resources that they have. So, you're welcome, man. Take advantage. Like we said, get inside the Runners app, get back to the person who shared this with you. They'll get the link to you to take advantage. But we have more coming. There's more coming, more value. Remember, that was just one piece that we went over of the Smart Finance ecosystem dealing with debt elimination.
And Brian brings up a good point here, right? If you do debt consolidation, it affects your credit. I imagine this does not. Obviously, joining Smart Finance does not affect your credit. But here's what you could do, Brian, is whatever debt consolidation you're considering or, is recommended to you, you can talk to Credit Pro and find out, right? You can ask me that question. I could answer right now. I might be right. I might be wrong, but I'm not an expert. But now you're going to have a team of experts to
Yeah.
ask, yo, I want to do this debt consolidation. Is this going to hurt my credit? If so, how much? Do you have another recommendation that I should do? Bro, this is fire. I'm loving this.
No, it's fire, and not to mention we didn't go over legal yet. That inside of this program, you have the legal services as well. Okay, so you're covered. Yep.
No, brother, I think this was awesome. Again, guys, we did an amazing Zoom tonight. If you want, I will, as soon as we're off of here, Ricardo, I'm gonna edit it, get it in the Runners app. You guys are gonna, again, guys, this is like we're showing you like 10% of the new business right here with Smart Finance. So there's so much more, but we don't want to overwhelm you guys. We got to take this piece by piece because there's so much value here.
Yep.
All right. Brian Pollock says it, guys. It's fire. We good? Lace up.
Yep. Lace up. Let's get wealthy.